And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. What's up, my YouTube friends, viewers, subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. And the topic for today is self-happiness. So before I jump into the video, I just want to say I decided to talk about this because not a lot of people talk about it. And if you watch different motivational speakers, you won't hear nobody address this. And this is one of the biggest thing about yourself that I think people should be worrying about, and I think they should talk about or be talked about more often, just so people are aware of what's going on within themselves. So I took it up on myself to talk about it. Self-happiness. So now that I say that, let's jump into the video. So if you don't know what that is, it is exactly what it says. Self-happiness, meaning being happy with oneself. And before you can be happy with oneself, there's two stages. One, you have to know who you are. I always say this in most of my motivation, all of my motivational videos. You have to know who you are. And two, it's like accepting who you are. So I did a video about self-acceptance. Like everything is led to, like, not say everything is led to self-happiness, but having self-happiness is a lot of stuff. Meaning you're gonna have to have a high level of self-esteem, meaning self-love. All those type of stuff adds up to self-happiness. Because if you don't know who you are and you don't have self-love, you can't care for yourself, you don't got self-care, you don't got self-confidence, then you can't be happy. So happiness comes from within all of us. So a lot of people have no idea. They search for happiness elsewhere, but they are unaware that happiness is within. The only thing you can get from somebody else is joy. That's it. People can come and they can make you smile, they can make you laugh, but if you're miserable on the inside, then you will be miserable once there's nobody there to make you happy. I think those are the people that say always put themselves around people, always try to, be around people as much as they can because they can't stand being alone because they are miserable. So those type of people are the ones that always, hey, what's up, let's go do this, let's go do that. Those are the ones that can't stay by themselves. So if you accept yourself and you have high value for yourself and high regards and all those type of stuff for yourself, and you love yourself and you accept yourself, you won't have no problem within yourself. So you won't be sad, you won't be in depression, nor will you hate yourself. You know what I mean? So it's easier to be happy once you know all of this, and all of this has been developed and you're constantly working on yourself and aiming for something. Because bro, happiness, like I said, it comes from within you. All those other people, like, I wouldn't say all those other people, a lot of people, I stand corrected, a lot of people think happiness comes from somebody else. I'm telling you. That's why people tend to put themselves in relationships. They always want to be around somebody. They always want to go out. Like, there's nothing wrong with being outgoing, but when you're going out and it's say not, you're not celebrating anything, it's not being beneficial to none of you guys, then what's the point of going out every weekend, doing all this bunch of stuff, spending all this bunch of money, but there's nothing being saved? There's nothing wrong with having quality time to go out with yourself or go out with others, but come on. Come on. That's someone looking for joy. You know what I mean? People think, oh, if I'm in a relationship, then I'll be happy. If I have a bunch of friends, then I'll be happy. No, my friend, you are misguided. What you're searching for comes from within you. You know, I always say that to people. What you're searching for is within you. If you're searching for love, you need self-love. If you're searching for somebody to care for you, you need to have self-care. You know what I mean? If you're searching for, say, like anything at all, it comes from within you. But for some reason, I think self-happiness, a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but that's a main point in ourselves. That's why a lot of people is like in depression and unhappy, sorry, because like this has not been talked about as much, and I think a lot of people have no idea like anything about it at all. They search for everything through somebody else, but happiness comes from within you. Bro, let me explain something to you. If someone is miserable at their home, I was about to say house. If someone is miserable wherever they live, and you take, whether you guys are friends or whatever, you take them somewhere, you guys have a good time, they're talking, they're laughing, they're enjoying themselves. If that person is miserable at home, it doesn't really matter how much of a good time you show someone or that person. The moment that person put that key in that door, open it, go right back inside and close that door, everything that you did went right down the drain. You know why? Because that person is miserable. And if they're miserable being by themselves, then by the time they go home, they'll be miserable again. So what was the point of you bringing somebody somewhere and showing them a good time? You know what I mean? But if a person accepts who they are and they have high self-esteem and they have self-love, then all of that, that person will eventually be happy with themselves. Not a lot of people are happy with themselves. I think more people hate themselves more than those who actually love themselves. And those who hate themselves search for validation, they search for love, they search for happiness and everything through somebody else. That's why relationships nowadays not working, marriage nowadays not working. Everybody rather be by themselves more than with somebody else. You know what I mean? Because like there's more damaged people out there, because people say that hate themselves, they go be with somebody, they cause a bunch of problems, and they don't work, or even friendships too don't work, then on to the next. It's like a what's it called, a spider web. And then you got those who have the knowledge, say like me, who not say to themselves more, but put themselves around like genuine happy people. Like if someone is genuinely happy with themselves, you will see it because they will spread it. People that know how to give joy, those are the ones that are happy with themselves. Those are the ones that have self happiness. That's why every day they're always happy. If you never say met someone that's happy every single day, it's not because they're around you or they're working, or like, doesn't really matter. If a person is genuinely happy, then they will try to give everyone joy. Because guess what? Everybody have bills, everybody have problems, everybody have everything, but it's how you deal with it. And until you know how to deal with your problems and not say explode on others, then you'll be eventually happy. Because you got some people that think, oh, if I'm miserable, I want everybody to be miserable. If I'm angry, I want everybody to be angry. Those type of people are the one that like say spread negativity and spread hate and spread all those type of stuff. And if you're always negative and you're around negative people and you're around people that are always depressed, always sad, what do you think is going to happen to you? What you think? Because if you're happy, or let's put it in a different way. Let's say you're sad, you're always sad, you hate yourself, all this type of stuff, right? And everybody, like all your friends, is always happy and whatnot. You always want to be around them because of the vibe, because of their aura, their energy. So you sit down and you're like, oh, you look around, oh, nothing to do, I'm so bored, oh, I'm so sad, oh, this is wrong with me, that's wrong with me, where's my phone, let me go call up one of my friends because they're always happy, oh, let's go do this, oh, let's go do that. People that always like that are the ones that they like to be around people that are genuinely happy because they give joy. A person that's like always laughing, always in a good mood, that person has problems too, but it's how you deal with the problem. Like, dealing with your problem doesn't mean exploding on others, because others have nothing to do with what you're going through. We all go through stuff. Like, nothing is not smooth. Bro, the moment you get up and you decide to work on yourself, there will be challenges. Not because a person is not, say, venting to you or complaining to you or telling you what they're doing or tell you what's wrong. It doesn't mean that person's not going through it. You know why? Because that person is in a state of mind where they know how to deal with their problems by themselves. And then when they notice that, like they get a breakthrough where, things are starting to flow according again, then they put themselves around other people. That's why if you always say have a friend that's happy, always in a good mood, if you ever see that person not say sad, but like quiet, that's because that person is thinking. And that person don't want to say vent and bring their problems on somebody else, so they be more to themselves and fix their problem by themselves, because like all your problems need to be fixed by you, not others. It's okay to ask for opinion and ask for advice, but you need to deal with your problem and you need to fix your problem. Because if you leave your problem for today, Tomorrow it will be greater. So my advice to you about problems: if you got problems, it's better you deal with it now. You leave it for tomorrow, it's gonna be bigger, and the longer you leave it, the more it expands. It's like having a credit card, and you go over your limit, and you keep saying, "Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna pay. Tomorrow I'm gonna pay." You keep saying that. If you're over your limit every day, it's like either 5% or 10% interest every single day, depending on whatever bank you bank with. So, say your limit is $1,000, and you spend $1,010 today. The bank is gonna notice. Then they're gonna have interest by tomorrow. So that's say $10. Then the next day that's $20. Next day that's $30. And then you're like, oh, I'm not gonna pay today, I'm gonna pay tomorrow. The longer you wait to fix that problem, the more interest is gonna be. That's like $10 every single day. And it's gonna cost you way more than what you expect. That's the definition of a problem. Is the longer you let it sit, the harder it becomes, and the more frustrated it seems, and you're going to be even more depressed. Because guess what, a lot of people think when they have problems or any issues, they think if they leave it alone, then it will eventually go away. Sorry to break it to you, but it will not. That's why those people are miserable. People that are happy know how to manage themselves, and they know how to deal with problems by themselves. They don't have to go around and like venting to everybody else or arguing with people. Because you got some people, as soon as they have a little problem, they think it's okay for them to go yell at someone or argue with someone just to let off some steam, not knowing you're spreading negativity, because whoever you're arguing with have nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? So that's why people who are genuinely happy with themselves, you ever notice those people only like talk to a certain people? They only go out with certain people. And a person that's like happy with themselves will go somewhere by themselves more than going out with others. That person would say rather go to the mall by themselves, just so they can move around and have a good time, or go shopping and have a good time, instead of going somewhere and that person is in your ear, oh, this, that. But because, like, bro, trust me, you got some people that when they're miserable and they come around you, they drain you mentally and spiritually, which means you're not even like physically, you're okay, bro. When you're drained mentally, I think I talked about this one time in one of my videos already. When you're drained mentally, it hurts more. Not say hurt, but you feel more tired more than how when you're physically tired, because that's your brain working. Because guess what? If you run 2 blocks or 3 blocks, or the whole, say you run somewhere or run around your neighborhood and you're tired, the moment you run out of energy, all you got to do is sit down, breathe, drink some water. Then within 10-15 minutes, depending on how fast your body can recover energy, then boom, you're back up. But when you're mentally exhausted, you think it's like hitting a reset button. It's like, oh, I can't deal with nothing more. It's like you just want to go to bed and sleep and wake up and start fresh. You know what I mean? And then you got some people, when they come around, it's like always drinking. Those are the type of people that you need to avoid. That's why in this world you got two set of people. You got some people that's like, say, notice all of this, and then they keep themselves away from people that's always draining. They're breaking, they're in a bad mood, everything. These type of people will literally stay away from them. Because, bro, if you're always around someone that's depressed, sad, everything is wrong with them, eventually the longer you're around them, you're gonna feel some of their problems, because it's human nature to adjust to whatever environment that you're in. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it's self-happiness. In order for you to truly have it, you need to accept who you really are. Do not hate yourself. Do not beat yourself up because you can't figure something out. Like I've always said, if you can't do it, it's not for you. I've always said, bro, if you haven't heard me, if you're not tired of me saying that by now, then you haven't watched none of my videos. And you need to go watch them, so you can be tired of hearing me say that choices of words over and over and over again. But in order for you to have self-happiness, you need to, say, develop your self-esteem and those type. Like, you need something positive to focus on. if you don't have something positive to focus on, then it's gonna be extremely hard for you. Because like, how you expect to be happy when there's nothing to truly, you're not aiming for nothing. Like somebody else can't make you happy. You may think, oh, if I'm around all my friends, or if I'm in a relationship, or if I go get a job, or if I'm in school, then I'll be happy. No, 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 no. If you hate yourself, then nobody can make you happy. Because I'm so happy I said that. Because if a person hate themselves and somebody else try to make them happy, if that person doesn't know what like true happiness really is, they don't know how to convert your energy and give it back to you. That's why most times, if say you're happy and if you're talkative, or you want to go talk to somebody, if that person is in a bad mood, all of a sudden they want to explode because they don't know how to convert your energy and give it back to you. Because yeah, have you ever seen two happy people, two genuine happy people, have conversations, talking, laughing, having a good time? Have you ever seen two people that hate themselves argue back and forth? They argue back and forth, they start fighting till one kill the other one. That's how it is. And I honestly think it shouldn't be like that. Because how we live in a world where it's more broken people, more negative spreading more than positive. That's why if you find that positive thing, you need to hold on to it. Because once it's gone, it's gone. Especially if it's genuine. You can say meet someone and become friends with them, sorry. And things is flowing according, and just because of your problem, you go disrespect that one good friend that you got. Once that person is gone, they're gone. And your life will never be the same. That's just how it is. It's weird how we live in a world like that. Like everywhere you go, is more people being unhappy than they are happy. Because they don't have self-happiness. They don't. Because they don't accept themselves. They got maybe low self-esteem. They don't have nothing aiming for. They don't believe in nothing. And then they sit down and they blame everything on everybody else. The only way you can truly have self-happiness is if you have to be happy with yourself. So if you didn't know what self-happiness is, it's easy to spot. Because you can say go anywhere and look around. Those who spread joy are those who are genuinely happy. Because if they weren't happy, they wouldn't be spreading joy. If they weren't in a good mood, they wouldn't be talkative and having fun and playing around. You won't see someone that's like upset or in a bad mood, joking around and talking a lot and doing all this type of stuff. There's always someone that's in a good mood who do that. So my advice to you is, like I've always said in all my videos, you need to know who you are. You need to look within yourself. You need to accept yourself. You need to care for yourself. You need to have confidence within yourself. All those type of stuff will eventually lead to self-happiness. But you have to accept who you are. And do not tear down yourself just because you can't figure something out. Or just because somebody else said something about you. Because like people, like you got, like I said, you got two types of people. People who are trying to spread positivity and people who are spreading negativity. You know what I mean? So with that being said, is if you're always happy, always in a good mood, you're going to have some person, at least one, trying to break you. I don't know why people do that, but there will be people like that. If you're always happy, you're always in a good mood, trust me, if you didn't experience it yet, maybe you're that one who's spreading the negativity, or you're not at that stage yet. But if you're always happy, those who are always happy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The moment you go somewhere, there's always one person who have to ruin your whole day. Because there's always one person that see you and you look happy, and they take it upon themselves to think, oh, why does that person look so happy? Let me go see if I can irritate them. Bro, no matter how they irritate you or make you frustrated, do not break in front of them. Positivity will always win over negativity. If a person is, say, miserable and they want to argue with you, just smile. They hate it even more. Because when you say give up, when a person want to argue with you and you argue back with them, it shows that you're on the same level as them. So like some people will literally drag you down to their level, and they will literally irritate the crap out of you just to make the best of you, because they want to see you miserable, because they notice that you were happy. That's why they got a problem with you. But they may not have a valid reason of why they want to argue with you, but that's because you're happy, because they themselves, it like it's something in you that's affecting something in them, and they can't stand it, so they gotta come and they gotta say something to you to trigger you, or to make you just as upset as they are. There are people out there like that. If you're always genuinely happy, then you have dealt with this problem, not say problem, but this issue multiple times. You go to the mall, you go to a park, you go to a fair, a festival, work, anywhere you go. There's always that one person who hates when you're happy. Trust me, because if a person is miserable, they want everybody else to be miserable. That's just life, and that's just how it is. Like, everybody think everyone should be exactly like them, but in reality, it don't work like that. Positivity will always win over negativity. Do not let them break you. No matter how frustrated you are, you need to have self-control. You need to control yourself. And then when you go home, you vent to your parents or your partner or whoever the case may be. Those who are trying to irritate you, you smile and you leave them alone. Let them be miserable by themselves, because they're searching for people. Bro, you will never see a person that's unhappy arguing with someone that's unhappy. You will never see that. Never. Because those people, they search for people. They may look and see somebody miserable and they look right past them and look like right directly at you. 50 people standing right there, and they're looking exactly at you, because you look happy and you look like you're talking and you look like you're glowing, and everyone is gravitating to the type of energy you got, and they feel like you shouldn't be that happy. So they bring themselves forward with their problem, sorry, and trying to make you miserable to bring you down the same as them. Some advice to you: do not let somebody with their negativity make you miserable. If you're genuinely happy with yourself, you need to remove yourself from all those different type of stuff in order to keep yourself happy. Because there will be people out there that trying to stir up whatever it is inside of you, especially if you are at peace, and then say a person will come and try to make you war back and forth with yourself, because the hardest battles are fought within yourselves. Because like how you win a battle within yourself, you can't win and you can't lose, but you're trying to win and you're not trying to lose, and it's within yourself. So how do you win a battle with yourself? Do not let nobody come around you, and do not let nobody make you miserable as them. If you're genuinely happy with yourself, you take yourself somewhere else. If they don't like your energy, that's fine. They can go be miserable over there with themselves and the other people over there with themselves. You leave them alone. You're happy. You go somewhere else. Eventually, keep being you. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, and eventually somebody else that's genuinely happy with themselves will see you. Because people who possess self happiness will eventually know when others are happy. Because you got some that pretend to be happy, but like people know fake when they see fake. If something is being forced, you can see it if it's being forced. So with that being said, is do not let nobody make you miserable. Do not make nobody make you hate yourself. Do not tear yourself down. If you can't do something, you accept the fact that you can't do it and move on. Be happy, choose happiness, and spread joy. That's how it is. People will eventually, even if you have to be alone, it's better you be alone instead of putting yourself around a bunch of people that's negative and draining. Because eventually, the longer you're alone and you keep working on yourself, people that are genuinely happy will see you. And they will try to do something with you. They will try to be around you. Because people that are happy always want to be around others that are happy. I don't know, it's like a magnet. So my advice to you, don't let them break you. Stay happy. Accept you. You already accept yourself. You already love yourself and you already cherish yourself and you're happy. Do not let nobody else make you unhappy. And if you are unhappy and you want to be happy, you have a lot of work to do within yourself in order to be happy. And you have to watch this video all over again to hear what I say in order to be happy. So I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.